What moment made you think yup, I'm dead, but you survived? Briefly trapped under the raft while in rapids whitewater rafting. Didn't get the breath I thought I would when my head hit the bottom of the raft. Thought I was a goner. A second later I was to the side of the raft and only mostly still freaking out. I was choking on food, almost a full blockage and couldn't get any air in. After several attempts to get it out, it sunk in that it was really lodged in my throat and I was screwed. Started to feel dizzy and everything moved slowly. I remember thinking what an embarrassing way to die and that I didn't want my kid to be watching. It was at breakfast. I started dialing 911 when my husband came up behind me and started first aid. He got the blockage out and I started vomiting everywhere. It was very intense. I still went to get checked by a doctor to make sure my lungs were clear because I felt dizzy for hours after and my throat was raw. Took a day or so to heal. He 100% saved my life. I was investigating a fire out in the middle of nowhere. Was a single wide trailer with a brick house built around it, which if you don't know, trailers burn like a torch and the brick means all the heat stayed inside, making everything extremely unstable. I was walking through taking my photos and accidentally stepped on a part of the roof that was somehow still attached to the brick wall that was still standing. The entire brick wall then fell on top of me and buried me. It hurt like a son of a bitch. I don't know if you know what a brick wall falling on you feels like, but everything hurts, everywhere. I laid there under the bricks for probably 5 or 6 minutes trying to figure out just how injured I was, if anything was broken, and if I was going to lay there until I died because I had no cell service and no one was going to see me if I couldn't get myself unburied. I'm in the middle of a completely burnt building miles away from anywhere buried under a brick wall. I, thankfully, only had scratches and bruises and managed to dig myself out after a good while. But good lord was I sore for a while. Going into shock. Shock is a weird thing, the body basically takes full admin control and you have no idea what is going on. It was the only time I truly wished I would just die because it was so miserable. Edit, for those asking, I completely broke a bone, clean all the way through. Mentally, I was totally with it. The shock was like this weird wave that washed over me of nausea. Time seemed to slow way down. What I thought was 6 hours was actually only 40-ish minutes. The weirdest part was I consciously remember thinking, why is my body doing this? I am fine.